This was initially supposed to be a warning about what was still bugged with the Astral Forge pieces after they did the patch earlier today and reopened it, because some pieces still weren't functioning properly. But I actually took so long doing this because I got distracted by Ancient Inheritance that they were already doing the patch for it. The patch just says they're fixing the errors and they will have a separate notice regarding certain abnormal equipment. I think I have one of those abnormal pieces, so let's talk about what was still wrong with the Astral Forge pieces anyways after they applied the initial patch, and what do they mean by certain abnormal equipment. But first up, I just want to say, I've been using Artena's Forge for over 6 years before she got removed from it, and I never had any issues with it. I don't think it's a coincidence that as soon as she gets removed from both the Steel Workshop entirely, and then also from Artena's crafting event just becoming the Astral Forge, that suddenly we start having all of these issues. I'm just saying. Anyways, the problem right now is that, first up, you can see this piece here. At the bottom, this piece was, or the screenshot was taken after the first patch they put out. At the bottom, that number isn't going down at all on the reset. And this is a reforged piece, which means that even after the patch, at least for some people, their pieces weren't getting the extra values from the reforge. So I don't know if abnormal pieces includes this one too. This piece was reforged before the initial patch, and then the stats just didn't get adjusted. I don't know if they're going to be handling this on like a case-by-case basis, where you have to message customer service, or if it'll get fixed after, just during the patch. We'll see. In terms of even more abnormal pieces, I have it here. Wrong button. This was my single W scale piece, which they took away from me. I was hoping to hold on to it. I thought it would be funny, but probably better for other people, because I know at least one person who stumbled on this completely by accident, that this gets fixed. I did want to keep it though. But you can see here, they kind of fixed it. So crit chance 1, speed 2, that is correct. Before, it just said speed 1 and crit chance nothing. So it at least recognizes the base rolls properly now. But here is the other thing. I reforged this line here, and this says 10 to 14%. This is incorrect because I rolled in the flat attack twice. On a roll, or on a base roll plus 2 rolls, or an effectiveness substat mod, it should be 14 to 18% at that roll level. So my guess for why this is happening is because we know that substat modding makes your gear not work with reset, because from what I know, the game just doesn't remember what you had there before, probably. I guess they probably like never had a reason to really track it. With that logic in mind, I would say that the game is probably just looking at what this roll range was saved as, because when I modded it, it was 10 to 14%, because the game recognized my 2 rolls into the plus the base roll minus 1 as just being 1 roll plus base roll, so it had 10 to 14%, and it's probably just checking that and remembering that is my guess, because if the game doesn't know that I initially had 2 rolls into flat attack here, it wouldn't know that this is supposed to be 14 to 18%. So I highly expect this to be one of the pieces that needs to be messaged to CS about. But definitely a very interesting case. I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like this, where the entire Steel Workshop had to be shut down, and just such weird like bugs with the gear pieces. There might have been, and I just don't remember, but bring back Artena.